Okay, so it's been 4 years. Where has the time gone, right? This is Shani Melody, and I have just gone over my videos from about 4 years ago, where I was trying to explain the dangers that I felt surrounding me, and my side of the story is what I was trying to speak on regarding a betrayal that took place, narcissistic abuse, ongoing narcissistic abuse, ongoing betrayal. Everything that I said still stands. In fact, where I thought my last video that I posted, I was going to be able to get back on and do it all over again. I went through a whirlwind of attacks online. I forgot to put on my mic today, so forgive me if this one's low in voice because I know I have a lower voice. I'm not all made up, or I don't have any lip gloss on. I don't have any, I'm just really like looking as raw can be. But besides the looks, I figured I'd come on here and I'd just continue to be honest about everything that took place. Being gone for 4 years definitely makes sense to me. If someone was gone for 4 years, that something did take place that was serious. Clearly I was under some form of, and I'm still under, I guess, I don't know, I feel like, okay, I'll just say it. Some form of investigation. I believe I put that in one of my details, or in one of my descriptions for one of my old videos. Maybe video part one. Part one may have been the video that I put. That was actually an intuitive download that I figured I was under some form of investigation, false investigation, whereas along I want to say, with this betrayal that took place, my name was pretty much, I was put in a lot of stuff that had nothing to do with me. Let's just say that. They've been able to frame me in ways that, I'll say allegedly. But I have definitely experienced some things to let me know that my intuition was very correct. Man, let's just say this thing went really far. It went really far, and I am only very blessed to still be alive. That family that I mentioned, I said my sister and my so-called sister, I'm going to call her so-called now, my so-called older sister and my children's father somehow linked up, likely in a full relationship behind the scenes. If she's not with him, she's been with my exes in the past. Completely broke up any relationships that I had in the past. So she's been ongoing, a karmic or a narcissistic sort of, I don't even know if I can call it all of that. Like, I don't even know. Like, I should have read over YouTube's privacy. Is it privacy? No, not privacy. Terms, right? I'll have to go over it again because I don't know if I'm allowed to use certain words because they're so, like, at this point, saturated, if you will. Usually I'm really silly when I get up here, and likely, my personality will begin to kick in. So, right now I'm starting off, with a heavy heart, knowing that when I said that I felt I was being set up for some form of, or I was being set up to be unalived, I meant that. I meant that. And in fact, let's uncover what took place, right? I will hopefully be able to pick up from where I left off. My nails are not done. When I say I'm raw, I'm raw. Excuse me. Yeah. So I was hoping to pick up where I left off at, but it looks like I have to go for what recently took place all the way up until this point here, right? Because the attacks are ongoing. Like I said, they just won't stop. They just won't stop. So here is what I've gathered, right? I've gathered the fact that there, okay, so where do I begin? Okay, so I was saying that I will go ahead and post another video, I think the next day or soon, right? Soon turned into 4 years. 4 years of just missing in action online, right? So I was gang stalked. There was I don't know how far back should I go. I think I'm going to leave that alone. We're just going to leave that there, like in our front pocket. Okay, so we know that there's some gang stalking that took place. And that's not where it ended, right? So this is following a betrayal where I was basically run out of the town where I lived. They totally okay, so I don't want to only make this personal about me alone, even though this is my story. I am more so thinking about those that that are either in this situation, have been in this situation, or will be in this situation. And so for me, this is more of a teaching moment. If you feel, let's start there. If you feel danger is, on your tail, do not tell yourself that you are going crazy, that you are not feeling what you're feeling. Please do not. Because I was very correct 4 years ago. When I say it uncovered itself, I want you to understand a little bit more of what I've uncovered is that my own so-called family are either a part of a secret society of some sort, or they are the secret society, right? I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. But it gets overwhelming when you're trying to tell your truth, when you have received no justice, and when you are clearly with your back up against the wall in every direction, right? There aren't any family members for me to call upon because all of them work together. Clearly, there was already a plan. I am not the only family member that they've ever betrayed. I am not the only family member. But I wanted to make it clear that I am one of the family members that this family decided to target. I don't know if I'm looking in the right direction for the camera, so you may not be able to see my eyes very much. But yeah, so I got chills. So yes, this family targets us from children, right? They already choose who they're going to target from the age of childhood, or from the age of youth, I guess you said, because it's like different ages, you know what I mean? I guess they start, I don't know when they start, honestly. I just know the way I was treated as a child, and I know for sure it was not very welcoming, it was not very loving. It was almost like they had a plan to be sure that I had no love in my life, no family in my life, and no success in any form. When I say they truly tried to unalive me in more ways than one, and then sent someone to unalive me, okay? So if you ask me, with all that they got away with, it lets me know that they're either the actual society themselves or they are a part of. Somehow, some way, they've been able to move seamlessly throughout this world without anyone charging them for their actions. And I ended up in a false investigation in the midst of it, as they were able to get a hold of some powerful people to lie and steal as much as they could. Sad. I don't want to overdo my videos. I think I did 30-minute videos before. I do not have a timer, and I should. So my next video, I will time it. But this is what's been going on within the span of me clearly not being able to show my face on social media in any way. So I think I'm going to end it here for now. And then kind of open up to like what happened. Okay, so stay tuned. Once again, this is not just for me to tell a sob story and get pity of any sort. This is for me to let you know how sometimes we may feel like we're wrong. Our intuition may be telling us, screaming to us, be careful, be very, very careful. And what we'll do is believe, no, that's my family. No, that's my friends. No, it's the closest ones to you. When they say that, it's true. It's the closest ones to you. And believe me, they haven't stopped yet. Okay, so the plan is to end me. Clearly. And that's it. That's the plan. In its fullness, they've already stolen behind the scenes. They have already, they got together, okay? And truly treated me less than human. So let's pick up where we leave off, and we'll continue from there. Meanwhile, have a beautiful day. I'll say day, evening, night, whenever you're catching this video. And please do leave comments if you have experienced this, are experiencing this, or feel that you may experience something of the sort. I am here to give guidance according to how I have survived thus far. But I can't tell you that these people have stopped. I can't tell you that they will stop. When I say relentless, these people are relentless. They're relentless, okay? And when you play with a certain amount of power, honestly, you know, crooked officials, you have to call them for what they are, right? When you have crooked officials on your team, come on. You move through the world seamlessly, doing whatever you like, and it's only, you know, but so much that you'll get caught up for. People believe that you're the most honest person. I believe that they're the most honest people ever, you know, and the one that's honest is the one that gets treated like the culprit. So I'm open to hearing your story. I just ask that you keep it honest, keep it respectful. And didn't I say I was going to end this video? Silly me. All right. Talk to you soon.